Choose your character.
All right, if we're ready,
Good for him.
should we begin?
Yeah, we're ready.
And how would we like to start?
Oh, how we usually do. Why not?
Why not? Hello, everyone. It's another episode of 3 Homos and a Pussy. This is your host, khavvah. Quick roll call, Ray.
Oh, okay. So we're starting off with the best of the B team.
Correct. Danimal?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, we had the ball in the B team this time.
That's true. Sadly. Amazel?
Hello, I'm the sub of the B team.
Nice. Does that make Ray the alpha? I mean, you are furry. We have 2 furries with us today, so alpha
Yeah,
omega dynamics, maybe, possibly.
Look,
Which one's getting pregnant? That's all I need to know.
Look, there's not enough chemicals in the water that turned me gay yet. So.
Oh, okay. We're
Yes.
still working on that. You know, it's a process.
What about a musky boji wolji?
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, ooh, woo. Ooh, woo.
You
So-
know. Whatever, fine. Let's keep
So,
going.
today, my idea was to revisit some characters that we have visited in the past. There are a couple people we've covered in reaction videos that have, since we've talked about them, had various drama or complications or other such things. So we're going to actually just talk about 3, but what are some people we remember from past episodes that we think we want to revisit?
Well, absolutely Dylan Mulvaney, just because right after we did that video, she did the Bud Light thing and that blew up like
Yeah,
insane.
it was definitely, we covered Dylan, and the end of the video, I think we said, kind of inoffensive, probably not going to be a big deal. And then it became a very big deal.
Yeah, I thought Dylan Mulvaney was a gentle soul. And I still think Dylan Mulvaney's a gentle soul. I just think she's just a little nuts.
Some of them want to use
I would
you,
say, like,
okay?
I don't think anyone would say Dylan's malicious. I mean, maybe some
No.
crazy people would, but
Oh.
no one in our group would think something like that. It's very clear. It's very genuine, very try hard, maybe.
Yeah, try hard.
Yeah, bit of
maybe-
overcompensation, but that was the man in her. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
You know, Cap, since you said no one amongst us would dare. No, I'm joking.
Dude.
You can call him
I
malicious.
don't get. I'll be honest. My only opinion of Dylan Mulvaney from like the very little I've experienced from like primarily one end, but like just like looking at it kind of like from my own perspective is that they just kind of come across as like an attention seeker type thing.
Yeah.
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 Obviously, that's like the whole point of doing like a TikTok in the first place. Yada yada yada. And,
I think that's what most people's visceral reaction has been, is just to think that they're annoying.
Yeah. Dylan Mulvaney's background is a theater
Yeah.
actress.
Yeah.
Actor, right?
Theater kid, basically,
Yeah.
personified.
I find them no less offensive than say someone like Fred, old
Yeah.
internet,
Like old
reference.
YouTube, Annoying Orange. You're like going
Yeah.
back that far.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say, you know, I'm going back to the past, play shitty games, suck ass, animal.
Yeah.
So you're saying they're going to get
Yeah.
millions of views from tiny children, and then
Yeah.
maybe a very
Oh, no.
and like a flop movie version.
I want to cover Sappho. Sappho was my favorite.
Oh yeah, Sappho. I don't know.
Is she on this list?
No.
Sappho's
Oh,
not on
thank
this
God.
list, though.
She's on some lists. Not our list, but she's
Sappho's definitely on some lists. So since actually we covered that video, I found out a number of things about Sappho, including one, I remember during the episode we kept speculating about their gender identity, and yes, Sappho is a trans woman. The second thing that came out very soon after that video was Sappho went on to admit that they're a pedophile as well.
Huh?
Well,
And that they think children can consent to sex.
I mean, when you're
Well-
already a zoophile, what's like?
Yeah, it's like, what's
those
another
are just-
paraphilia on top of that?
Yeah, I mean that's just visiting the neighbors. It's not even going.
And ever
outside.
since, Sappho has continued to claim they have checked themselves into a mental hospital and that they're getting treatment, and then they get out and they go on to join another server where they continue to groom minors.
I
So
don't think the
it's,
treatment worked.
I don't think it works. It's done this several times. I think briefly they claimed they had detransitioned and were going by their old name again.
trying to get in on that grift.
And then pretty quickly after that went back. It's very confusing. There's a Kiwi Farms thread that details all the wackiness. But
this person now genuinely just sounds like every like major furry figure who turns into a train wreck.
Well, I mean, if Kiwi Farms is reporting it, we know it's truth, right?
that's right.
Yeah.
Well, it's mostly just documenting every weird post this person makes and all their Discord servers where they are continuing to groom minors. Thank you, Discord, for continuing that tradition.
Well, you groomed us.
Yeah. I wouldn't be here if not for Discord grooming.
I just want to say though, like when you mentioned how she believes that children can consent, I think that's very good because at least she may be a pedophile, but at least she's not a rapist. Okay,
That's
very
right. That's
important.
right.
Right.
Imagine being a
she's in it for the
pedophile.
love.
Being a pedophile and you don't think children can consent.
Yeah, that's like, whoa.
Either
That's like Jared
you're
Fogle.
very conscientious or you're just a total sociopath.
On a scale of Sappho to Jared Fogle, what kind of pedophile are you?
Michael Jackson.
Oh, we can't invoke that name here.
Oh,
We talk about the asexual king of asexuals.
Oh, yeah. What was his name?
Their name.
Their name. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
right, of course.
Because the king of asexuals has since come out as non-binary.
David
Which-
Bradley. David J. Bradley.
David J. Bradley.
He had a video pop off. Good for him.
You know what? I hope they found a friend network because it's pretty depressing watching a YouTube video of somebody admitting that they're talking to themselves and then cutting back to blankness to really make it look like they're just screaming at the voices in their head.
That's
So-
not a comment about me, is it?
No, that was
We're here, okay, I think.
Yeah,
Look.
talking to the void.
He had a video about adult themes and peanuts.
Oh my
pop off,
gosh!
which, like, good
Look
for
who
him,
just showed up.
Oh, Tenny joined. Great.
Oh my gosh, it's a Tenny. Yeah, try not to sound so enthusiastic, Danimal.
Hey, Tenny.
Hey, Tenny. Oh, you sound enthusiastic too. Hey, buddy, are you waking up? We're already recording, by the way.
Yeah,
but
we're in the show. Pick it up. Come on.
So we are discussing past people that we've covered and who you would be interested in revisiting.
That's a good question.
I'd like to revisit Sophie LaBelle's house.
Ooh.
No, whoa. Okay, we gotta cut that
Oh,
one.
I can't. I gotta bleep that one. Hi, Sophie LaBelle. Sophie LaBelle is still running
Sophie
around.
LaBelle. How did Sophie LaBelle's art get worse?
Oh yeah, real downgrade.
Maybe she really does have age regression. I don't know.
One person who came up recently was Philosophy Tube, who we covered once.
Oh
Yeah.
Philosophy
Why?
Tube.
What did Philosophy Tube do?
Well, apparently, Philosophy Tube did not sexually assault ContraPoints, so we can all rest easy. That didn't happen.
You're saying that internet rumor wasn't true? Are you saying false things were on the internet?
I think there were false things on the internet. Unfortunately, the rest of it was probably true.
What does that mean?
Skinwalking allegations?
So ContraPoints came out with a tweet, and it was a very interesting tweet. Let me see if I can find it.
ContraPoints vague posted?
Yeah,
What?
ContraPoints
But ContraPoints
may
never
have
vague posts.
ContraPoints. It was... Oh, what's going on with... When was this? 2 years ago. What's going on with ContraPoints and Abigail Thorne? Great question. Hold on, I think I found it. Here we go. Here's the tweet. Look, I get the pain of the trans woman who realizes that her boyfriend wants to be her. I really do. But on the bright side, at least your ex didn't also ditto your entire YouTube career. That would be so awkward, haha.
Well, I mean, it is true.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. What are you going to do?
And in a follow-up tweet, Contra did clarify that sexual assault was not involved, but apparently in that tweet confirmed that the tweet was about Philosophy Tube. The noticers noticed something after all.
Did Abigail Thorne ever make it onto that Star Wars show?
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it good?
Doubtful.
Not after she was done with it, but
I don't know. The Star Wars shows aren't that bad.
no, I don't know.
Book of Boba
I
Fett
don't.
sucked.
I have not watched any of them, so I cannot.
You guys
really
don't.
speak.
Okay, everybody name your favorite Disney property. 3, 2, 1, go.
Iron Man.
See, now personally, I really enjoy Disney. I feel like they do great things with the movie. Oh, hang on.
I liked Wall-E. Was that Disney?
I think
that was.
Wall-E was the last good Disney movie ever made.
Wrong. There's some other good ones.
There's some decent Disney movies out there.
Yeah, and Taylor Swift has
like The Last Jedi.
Oh yeah, that was my favorite.
I need to rewatch that. Is it as bad as I remember it being?
Maybe not. I don't know.
I have not actually watched it.
I don't care.
I probably will watch it someday. Figure out.
I watched it once and that was enough for me. I'm not gonna rewatch it to try to be like, oh, was I too harsh? I don't care.
I will never. See
I just want to.
That looks so bad.
I just want to watch the part where my OTP Raylo finally happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
No, I have no idea what OTP means.
Ray.
What are you talking about?
Oh, for those not in the fan fiction world, that's one true pairing.
I know.
And Raylo is the pairing Rey/Kylo Ren, which was a big fan pairing throughout the first two movies. And then in the third movie, they kind of shoved it in there at the last second before Kylo dies.
Yeah.
So it's very
momentarily.
Yeah, they like kiss awkwardly and then he dies.
God,
this week on
like
Cav covers like 30-year-old internet topics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will definitely do
How
a
does
fan fiction.
shifting work?
How does shifting work? Well, you got to shift into an alternate reality. Okay. So you do that by scripting. You get a piece of paper and you write down exactly what you want to dream that night. Well, it's not a dream. You're actually going to this alternate reality, but you have to really, really believe in it. And then when you fall asleep, you'll wake up in that alternate reality.
Now, Cav, you're a female. Can you tell me what types of crystals are the best for dreaming? Is it moldavite or is it...
Oh, definitely.
The meth.
Yeah, crystal meth is probably the best for it. That will help you on your journey. But yeah, a little sapphire does good there. A little quartz. Rose quartz especially.
Do you insert them into your orifices to really help or what?
No comment.
I'll just ask Gwyneth Paltrow. She'll know the answer to that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you can grind it up into a lotion and, like, put it places if you really want to.
You could grind it up into a powder, too.
Yeah, good idea. No skin.
This is an aside, but didn't Gwyneth Paltrow try to sell, like, vagina stones or something?
She made pussy-scented candles.
No, I know she did pussy-scented candles.
Yeah, but she may have also made
sure...
stones that were to be inserted. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
To do that.
Yeah, don't do that, ladies. Don't.
They're porous rocks. You're gonna get micro cuts all over. That sounds like a bad time.
Bad time. But you know, probably some natives somewhere did it sometime, so it's probably okay.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I was gonna say it's the corporation goop. Let's be serious. The batshit insane stuff they sell. It's the whole store. I could probably go on their store right now and find something insane.
You know what I want to do? I want to look at cultures in the past for my wellness, like cultures that were like smearing like lead on their faces and fucking drinking mercury and stuff.
Yeah, and, cutting out people's hearts and consuming them while they're still beating. You know, that stuff.
Pretty sure the smearing lead on your face was more of a beauty thing and not a health thing.
I don't know. People were fucking crazy. People were grinding up mummies and snorting them.
Yeah,
they did.
What are you talking about?
They did use mercury to treat syphilis, though. That was a common treatment up until like 200 years ago. Up until like.
I mean, mercury is magical, so it makes sense that you'd use it as medicine.
If only Al Capone knew.
Yeah,
if
only he knew.
Well, I have good news for you all and some bad news. Bad news, I can't cover all the people that you mentioned, but a few of them might be making an appearance today. We are looking at our first individual. This is Sam Brinton. Now, I don't know if we remember Sam Brinton. Sam Brinton first appeared on our radar when we were watching pronouns videos.
I name them as my pronouns. And
whoa,
what?
What are we looking at?
We're looking at somebody that attends Rocky Horror Picture Show every Saturday.
It looks. Wow, John Malkovich let himself go. Holy
yeah.
Seriously, how is this not like a deleted part from being John Malkovich?
This is a caricature, man.
It's evil John Malkovich.
Yeah.
It's evil John Malkovich, but he's like.
I
will
say we got the same haircut though, unfortunately, right now. I got it buzzed pretty close.
You mean
hey, come on now.
I imagine our reaction, but just looking at this frame, what were the first vibes that we got from Sam Brinton?
Not good. Not good vibes.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
He was definitely a phony.
It was definitely phony. Okay.
I got phony vibes.
Phony vibes.
I turned on my Holden Caulfield, my inner Holden Caulfield, and just detected a phony.
Like, there's something fake about this person. So we found out in the course of watching this video that they were the head of the Trevor. Was it the head of the Trevor project at the time?
No, they were the head of like a media department.
Of the media department, but did a lot of spokesman stuff. Oh, a spokesperson, I guess I'd have to say. Stuff for the Trevor project, including this video. We don't have to watch this whole one, but I just want to watch a couple seconds of it to remember and bring back the vibes that we did get from Sam originally. Yes, Ray.
Am I misremembering this? I thought Sam was like involved in like some government nuclear project.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get
Oh,
there.
he was. Okay.
So at the time, Sam Brinton was just a spokesperson for the Trevor project.
Yeah, just like 3 month in HRT John Malkovich.
Yeah.
Just because he's
I
bald
use
doesn't
they
mean
and
he's
them
John
as my pronouns.
Malkovich.
And when someone uses they and them as my pronouns, I feel like that person is listening to me. That person cares about me, and that person wants to have a conversation with me.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't think no one's jonesing for a conversation with this guy.
People need to respect them.
Pronouns are a
Yeah,
fascinating part of modern culture. I don't think many people think about them very often until someone like myself or others say their pronouns.
That's back when Sam Smith used to be
So
skinny.
when I introduce myself, I
Remember
generally
that?
say, "Hi, my name's
Hey, how
Sam."
come it's not pausing?
I use they.
You know, he looks like who's it? Talcum X.
Talcum X.
Look, he looks.
Sean King.
Yes, he looks like he could
yes.
at any moment say, "I'm really black. I have a black ancestor," and put on a dashiki. And
Oh my god.
Whatever happened?
that's
does Sean
foreshadowing,
King
by the
still-
way. That's foreshadowing.
I know. Does Sean King still work for TYT?
I don't think so.
Dude,
Hasn't
you
Sean
keep
King?
up with
Well,
the-
Sean King converted to Islam about
Oh.
2 minutes before starting a charity for Palestinian children,
Oh, okay.
and I think Muslims got really mad at him. It's like, really, you're gonna grift immediately, like 2 minutes after you and your wife decide to be Muslim? Like, okay.
Hey, you gotta take it out for a joyride. After you gotta, when you get a new car, you just want to open it up on the road.
That's
when you
right.
convert to a new religion, you just want to
Hit the ground running, start
Yeah.
scamming people in that religion immediately.
Nobody is more fervent about their religion than the new converts.
It's true.
Look, how else is he going to prove that he's all in if he doesn't give financial support and raise money for them? Okay.
Mhm.
I guess Christianity was just too Jewish for him.
Oh well.
He knows who really runs Christianity.
Look,
Right.
look. He was all for Christianity until they abolished tithes.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotta get that dosh.
they and them as my pronouns, and I serve as head of advocacy and government affairs for the Trevor Project. I give this before I even give my job because it's the important way that you're going to describe me. Not what I do, but who I am. And that I respect for my gender is really, really important.
What you do is pretty important. Like, don't we like people like call like doctors like in front of people's names?
Mhm.
Like just saying.
Isn't what you do
Typically.
more important than what you are for most people?
Yeah.
Well, then your gender specifically. I think more people are worried about their position than their gender in everyday circumstances.
I mean, like if you're like non-binary, that's fine. But like, just like if you're like a serial killer, people are like, but he's non-binary, so we judge them on what they are, not what they do.
He's one of the
Okay.
good ones.
One of the good ones. Well, we had our non-binary shooter or whatever, who is
Oh yeah.
who is
Who was
probably
that?
not non-binary, but claimed to be
that was
non-binary.
totally a troll. What, the
That
kid
was-
that ran like a Nazi website?
Yeah.
No, it's totally a troll. I don't believe that kid was non-binary.
I don't believe
for a
it
second.
either. I think it was pretty funny how the news stations couldn't quite figure out what to do.
Well, I mean, what are you gonna do? You know?
Like,
But the kid got
they're
shot.
claiming their pronouns are they them.
I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
guess,
probably bait, but it's so delicious. How can I refuse?
People often assume pronouns from the moment they
I
meet.
think our culture has built itself around an idea that the faster I can learn something about you, the faster I can interact with you.
I don't think that. I think that's just natural, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's just biology.
That's heuristics, man.
You know, I just feel like that. Like, there's a word for this that like, instinct.
Yep.
Yeah, heuristics, just like mental shortcuts. Yeah.
Like, can I trust this person? How can I interact with them? Are they male or
That's
female?
how
Are they
we-
single or taken? Are
What
they
common
straight?
ground can I have?
Yeah. Are they a
It's not
danger to
like
me?
you-
Are they not?
I mean, that's how humans interpret and like stimulus.
It's not like, you know, I meet somebody on the street, I take a look at them, and without even thinking about it, subconsciously I'm taking notes like as quickly as my brain can process it for like what this person might be, what they may be about.
Although, to be fair, if I saw Sam Brinton walking down the street in this outfit, I would be like, "That's a they them."
Okay, that's
Would
something.
immediately-
That's
Yeah, that would be
something
my
for sure.
that would be my heuristic immediately.
Mhm.
Just to be fair.
All I can think when I see Sam Brinton, since we were talking about first impressions, is I just immediately go to RuPaul's Drag Race, and I'm like, honey, you're missing
Mhm.
your wig. You left it in your wardrobe, honey. Get your wig.
First
So-
off, they have far more fabulous outfits than this.
Yeah, they have lots of
Look,
fabulous
look,
outfits.
trash.
Look, we gotta go one step at a time here, okay?
So
Fix this
let's
transition.
I'm saying that they're
transition
talented people.
Let's
I'm saying that
transition
they're talented people on Drag Race. Okay.
into
Do not.
the next step. So after we watched this video on Sam Brinton, as well as other pronoun videos, sometime after that, Sam Brinton was hired. And that's what this next clip is about. We're gonna learn.
I've never seen a person in any of my jobs who looked like me. But now I have received hundreds.
This little-
Okay. That's a great
Hired
opener, though.
into-
I've never seen.
This is your federal government, folks. And I think I even saw like Fox News and other sort of right-wing sites
Well,
posting
of course.
pictures of Sam Brinton dressed up in puppy masks and whips and
No. Oh yeah, that's right.
because Sam Brinton definitely like that. So like, here's your new assistant nuclear whatever, and it's just like
Nice.
fetish gear.
It's not
Hey.
like Sam Brinton wasn't qualified, though. I mean, isn't Sam Brinton
Correct.
actually a nuclear engineer?
He is. So he's qualified. Now, did he possibly get the job for PR reasons? Probably also true, because it got to be this kind of thing. The first openly gender fluid person in federal government.
Are you saying that people get appointed to political positions for good public relations?
Yeah, for political reasons even.
What?
Yeah, pretty wild.
That's-
Hundreds of cards from young trans and non-binary kids who say they can't wait to grow up to be a nuclear engineer. If that's the new stereotype, trans people are nuclear engineers, I'm okay with it. If we're gonna solve the climate crisis, we need to bring all of the tools to the table.
You know what? I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Because for some reason the left doesn't like nuclear power. I don't know. Well, I know why. Because like 3
they're
Mile Island,
filthy
and Chernobyl
hippies.
and, yeah, hippies and shit. But I
We
mean,
do
I'm,
need
I'm
nuclear
down
power.
with that. Yeah, I think,
We
I think
definitely do.
nuclear power is the way forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No argument for me. I
Yeah.
do want more nuclear power.
I mean,
United
I
States.
Yeah.
I take issue with this framing, but you know,
I
that's a
I
whole.
don't agree.
Do you think we will get a flood of trans non-binary nuclear engineers as a result of this?
No.
No, the thing, but there is a documented pattern of behavior that trans people are engineers and coders.
Oh,
Yeah, true.
That's true.
I wonder why that is. Is it just
It's because they're stuck on their computers. Okay.
It's a couple things. I think it's A, autism, and B, being at your computer all day and only having online interaction as a social
I'm
media.
on my computer most of the day.
And probably three, they're on porn a lot.
Yeah.
Lots of porn.
Yeah.
There's a lot of possible things that we could look into and research and probably come to the conclusion of hey, why are so many speedrunners in the speedrunner community also transgender?
Yeah, I heard about that because I heard an interview with someone who had transitioned. They're like, yeah, I was a teenager and I got groomed into it by a 40-year-old trans woman in the speedrunning community. Like there's
trans people in the speedrunning community.
Yeah.
No, it's just
a big network of trans people.
Hey, you know what? They're very focused people.
Very detail oriented and
very detail oriented.
Like the programming autistic. Let's just put that out there.
I hear that their favorite form of communication to converse over might be Telegram. But their second favorite is Discord.
Oh no, Discord again. We're getting groomed on Discord, boys.
Yeah, everybody's favorite mode of communication is Discord. Everybody's on Discord. What are you talking about?
Yeah, my boss is on Discord.
It's not Tenny's. Tenny's favorite is bumping around in his room.
Around. All right, let's keep.
You all right, Tenny?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's keep watching.
I'm Brittany Jones-Cooper, and this is Unmuted. Joining me today is Sam Brinton, an openly gender-fluid person who's managing nuclear waste while making the world a safer place for LGBTQ youth. I know some reports are calling you the first openly gender-fluid person to work in federal government leadership. But what does that mean to you?
I don't know, J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah. He never gets credit for anything.
Yeah, come on. They wore dresses.
We've had gays and
what about Rudy Giuliani?
Do you think every well, you also have Bill Clinton in that painting.
Right. To be fair, that's just a painting.
So you think.
Right. Well, I guess somebody had to pose for it.
Yeah.
There's also Michelle Obama.
Oh no.
Look.
Oh no, we can't go there.
Yeah, this is
disavow.
The transvestigator special.
Guys, come on.
Where they are.
Come on. Sam Brinton isn't gay. He's gender fluid. That obviously means the rules are completely different.
That's true. If you're non-binary,
I need to.
Oh no, I'm just saying. If you're non-binary, how does sexuality get labeled?
Well, I gotta bring up the old manual on this and look at the judge rulings.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand how these two keywords interact, but
I mean, they just say queer and move on. I think a lot of the time.
Yeah.
All right, let's find out how they're saving LGBTQ youth.
For me, it's the first openly gender fluid person is the most important word there, being openly. A lot of people ask, what in the world did...
Oh,
yeah.
Well, they certainly
He
made
knows.
Flash.
He knows.
Does your gender fluid identity have to do with nuclear waste? And I will respond with, I am given the opportunity to serve my country as I am. And that's a really important aspect of my work because I work on nuclear waste management where transparency and honesty and trust building are so critical. I get to...
Yeah, trustworthiness, honesty.
Trustworthiness.
These are
Integrity.
themes that are going to continue as we progress through this story.
I'm glad they found a very honest, integrity-focused person for this role.
Yeah.
And fashionable.
And so fashionable.
If I
Great costume, man.
If I may play a small amount of devil's advocate here, being able to be hired as a government official, as you are, however you may be, however flawed you may be, however, abnormal, out of the usual,
degenerate. No, sorry.
Well,
I'm kidding.
Hey, they didn't. Well, actually, they are furry. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Well, they're at least into puppy play. Puppy play
furry.
is not furry. Not quite. It's just like leather.
Thank goodness you
It's
said
like
it, not
leather
me.
BDSM kind of part.
Yeah. That's like Dom submissive stuff.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
Regardless, that is something that's good, right? That like the government is willing to just,
I guess
All
I
right,
would like a world where people can be weird and also have jobs.
Look, come on. Like, if we can't have a world where, you just have, like, habitual liars consistently get the presidency, what kind of world can you live in?
Yeah, so true.
Come on.
True.
You kind of got to be a liar to be a politician. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
And by the
Be
way,
the
have you
person.
noticed? I just want to point
Yeah.
out one thing before we keep going. Have you noticed how all the candid photos of Sam Brinton are just like in like t-shirts and jeans, but whenever Sam Brinton's like in front of a camera, it's like dresses.
Dresses.
makeup, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well, they're
you gotta
fluid.
look pretty. You gotta look
That's
your
true.
best.
Yeah.
for it.
Sometimes they're
Yeah,
masked.
that's the yeah.
fronting,
being
and sometimes
gender
they're femme.
fluid is the way out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not a cross-dresser, you're a gender fluid person. Well, we'll watch just a little more of this, but we probably got the gist, so let's just see
Who
if there's
changes the world and solves this really big, grand environmental challenge because of my lived experiences.
That is such a powerful perspective that you showing up authentically empowers your work. So just tell me a little bit about young Sam growing up and your identity journey.
I am the child of a missionary.
I think we can move on.
Yeah, we'll learn more about Sam's childhood.
She knows. She knows. Look at her.
We will actually learn more about Sam's childhood in a little bit. But
I think I'd rather not.
so Sam was hired into the federal government, but then Sam got himself into a little bit of trouble, and that's what this next clip is about.
Did they do a little yikers?
It was a bizarre crime
Just a little
allegedly
one.
committed in Minnesota that led to a U.S. Department of Energy official losing their job. Today, Sam Brinton returned to Minneapolis to face the charge in court, and our Lou Ragoose was there. Lou?
Lou Ragoose?
Lou Ragoose.
Goose is loose.
The
That's
goose
a
is
great
loose.
name.
I want that.
I love that name.
And I love it happening at Minneapolis Airport, because that's my
I
airport.
like the little picture of the luggage there.
Yes.
That's how you know it's an airport.
If you don't know what luggage looks
I-
like, here's an example.
I
Yes,
gotta
Megan
be
looks like.
completely honest. I didn't realize it was on the TV screen at first. I thought they literally pulled out a prop.
A little prop luggage to show you what luggage is.
It is perfectly aligned with that cross or whatever in the window.
All right, so let's learn what happened.
Julie, Sam Brinton is charged in Hennepin County and in Clark County, Nevada, for allegedly stealing women's luggage at 2 airports containing thousands of dollars of property.
Visit the Larry Craig restroom.
Sam Brinton left the Minneapolis Public Safety Facility without answering questions after a first court appearance for an alleged crime best described as strange.
How many suitcases have you taken?
In early 2022.
A great question.
He gets to the point, this guy.
By the way, Sam knew to dress smart for the judge.
Yeah. He's not going to show up in a dress and robe.
Yeah, you're not going to show up in a dress in the hearing where you're accused of stealing dresses.
Well, you don't know. Maybe that's what's hanging off their arm right there.
Right.
You know, that's the dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
That's the gender fluid. You take it on, you take it off.
Made news by becoming the first gender fluid person in federal government leadership after becoming the top official responsible for nuclear fuel and radioactive waste in the U.S. Department of Energy. In October, Brinton was charged in Hennepin County with felony theft after a woman at the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport reported her suitcase missing from baggage claim. According to the criminal complaint, on video surveillance, Brinton can be seen taking it and checking into the Intercontinental
It's on camera.
Yeah, there's actually pictures of him on camera running away with the luggage, too.
That's open shot. Come on.
It's...
What are you even doing in court? Just plead guilty and move on with your life. Just take it.
You'd think they'd be better at cover-ups.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah.
Like, come on,
You're already wearing cover-up. You think you'd be better at it.
And you're supposed to be working for the government.
True.
Yeah, this is very low ops here.
Riverfront Hotel in St. Paul with it. When contacted by police over the phone, the court papers say Brinton eventually admitted taking the bag, but
good.
leaving the clothes inside the drawers in the hotel room, and later checking the bag at the airport and flying back to Washington, D.C. with it. Police say no.
Yeah, see,
clothing
that's
was
the
recovered.
crazy part. He's like, yeah, I took it, and then proceeds to take it with him
Yeah.
And refuse
You
to give it
admitted
back.
it.
He
And
uses
then
it
you
as
just
luggage.
Yeah.
Or his luggage.
Yeah. Whatever.
Like, come on, just return this stuff. And no.
Yeah,
You've already admitted to getting caught. What are you
like
doing?
that'd be like Sam Brinton still has all these outfits. Like the
Yeah.
honorable thing would be just return them, say you're sorry, be
and
like,
buy
"Look,
your own
I-
buy your own stinking dresses.
yeah, I had a week. It's come on, they're not even that. It's just fucking just get fabric. It's so easy to make a dress. Do you know what a dress is?
It's like fabric with
It's so
holes in
easy
it.
to make one.
It's so easy my grandma would do it. And she's
Right.
dead. Sorry.
Yeah, you can make it one right now.
In the hotel room, and the victim hasn't gotten her property back. Brinton's tenure with the Department of Energy ended in December after the nuclear engineer.
Oh, look at how angry he opened that door too.
If I may, if I was the person that had my stuff stolen and I found out what kind of person had them, and it was my
You would
I'd
Oh,
almost
it would
enjoy it.
It would also possibly be really gross, and I'd be worried about getting it back.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's what I was gonna say. If I was this woman and I found out my clothes were taken by Sam Brinton, instead of getting them back, I'd be like, just burn them.
Like, I don't know what he did in that.
I don't want to know, please.
Engineer allegedly committed the exact same crime at the Las Vegas airport.
Yeah,
Police say
so
this surveillance
I'm not happy doing it once. Proceeded to do it again.
Once again, the candid photos, just in a t-shirt.
And there he is. And then the t-shirt that is like the gay Adam t-shirt that clearly shows who he is.
Yeah, right. Like, who
Here,
else
look,
is that going to be?
Oh, look, it's my job right on my t-shirt.
So that you call it the gay Adam t-shirt.
Man, you'd think that a government job like that would pay you more, like enough to dress better.
But you see, it's not about the money. It's not about the money.
It's the thrill.
It's the thrill and the reality that you're stealing clothes from a woman who has possibly worn those clothes.
Yeah, it's about sending a message.
That's right.
To my penis.
To women.
It's at this point that we're at in the podcast where I'm remembering that right now I'm trying to actively learn how to be a game developer and get hired.
Oh.
And I swear to God, if like any studio sees this, I'm so done.
Yeah, well, no.
Well,
Sorry,
you know,
you're never gonna get in the biz.
There's an injectable steroid you can take that I've heard does wonders for game development.
Yeah, you can even change your name and your documentation, and
yeah, it really helps.
You knew the job was
Well, they do
dangerous
it.
when you took it, you know?
Yeah. So let's see. I
Image
think
shows Brinton
any more
taking a
details here.
suitcase from baggage claimed there belonging to somebody else.
And there's the booking photo.
Now, this very well could have been Britain's
Wait, can we go
only
back
court
to that?
appearance in Minnesota.
I want to go back
because
to that
belonging
booking
to
photo.
somebody.
Look at that.
Look at that.
God, that's
hardened criminal.
that is a shaved.
That's a
head.
comic.
Just
That's a comic book
smack it.
villain, right?
They got him. They got Megamind.
He's about to go fight Spider-Man or something. Like,
He's too skinny to be Kingpin and too small to be Lex Luthor.
Wait,
It's
hang
like a
on,
mix
hang on.
between like Luthor and Kingpin.
Yeah,
Daniel's gonna
What's
pull
going on
a
with
video.
with
for-
his
he's
going on with his lip?
almost.
It's like he's pouting constantly.
Yeah, his
Well,
face, the
Well,
eyebrows.
that's a mugshot, isn't it? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, of course he's pouting.
Yeah, I guess I would be pouting if I were being booked.
He's pissed because he got caught.
Yeah,
Hang on. He looks like baby Megamind.
baby.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Doesn't he?
Yeah,
Oh my
he kind of
God.
does.
Looks exactly like him.
It's the same person. Oh my god.
Just with the
Smaller eyes, beadier eyes.
my-
but-
smaller eyes, but bigger lips, way bigger lips.
Big kissable lips. Mm.
Yeah, big kissable lips. You got that? Do you think he's had lip injections?
I wouldn't say so, but
Yes.
Those are just natural.
I think those are just natural lips. Injections usually have like the weird duck lip.
Oh,
like
yeah,
where it's kind
right,
of flipped and weird
Yeah,
looking.
like 2 hot dogs.
Yeah.
You
But
just
I
need
think
one
that's
hot dog.
probably it for this video.
Now,
It's
this
just
very well could have been Brinton's only court appearance in Minnesota because the judge today said the next hearing can be held over Zoom. Brinton was released without bail on the condition that they do not contact the victim. Julie.
wow. So
Please stay away from me.
So that story happened. Sam Brinton was involved in at least 2 verified thefts that he got charged for. I think those are federal charges too, because you steal from an airport. And then very funnily, on Twitter, and this is the next video, a Twitter thread happened some months later. So let's look at that.
Mr. Brinton, do you still have a security clearance?
Wait.
Today? Did you steal any luggage today?
Did you steal any luggage today?
Today.
A
Who are you
Tanzanian fashion
wearing?
designer claims that Biden's former nuclear waste official wore outfits from luggage she lost in 2018. Sam Brinton is the former Deputy Assistant Secretary for Spent Fuel and Waste Disposition
Can
at the
pause?
Department of Energy's Office of Nuclear.
Oh, go back to the previous shot. You know, looking at that face, it's no wonder he frowns so much. If that was my smile, I would frown all the time. Never.
It is kind of a creepy smile.
It's little toothy,
They're not a woman. They may not be a woman, but they are definitely a beaver.
Oh, we all probably have smiles like that look like a fucking abandoned pirate's graveyard. We're making fun of people's teeth out here. God.
See,
It is just big fucking chompers. Okay, I
think it's it's the smile combined with the eyes.
Yeah,
it just looks very. Ugh.
Look, I'm gonna go probably the most superficial level. I would actually say there would be nothing off about this photo if it wasn't for one of 2 things: either the mustache or the lipstick.
Oh yeah,
lipstick doesn't. If you're gonna be doing red lipstick with a red dress, it's got to match.
Yeah,
you can't have off hues on that.
You know, the lipstick really brings out your teeth.
Yeah,
that too.
You know what? I'm not for glasses without lenses in them, like fashionable glasses, but I think Sam Brinton would definitely benefit from
some glasses.
Yeah, some glasses. Like, you got to have something.
Look, I just think it's the mustache. I don't think he can wear it very well.
Well, without the mustache,
It does
how are they
kinda-
going to know they're gender fluid?
It has, yeah, I know. It kind of has pedo stash vibes to me. Like, it's just not
honey,
quite even. It's a little. I don't like it.
Cranium's like more reflective than my fucking mirror.
It's not that reflective. They don't wax. If they had
It's
a
lotion.
nice layer of wax, okay, you know.
We can tell based on your hairstyle that you're gender fluid.
Okay, so we're gonna learn about this fashion designer. Here we go.
At the Department of Energy's Office of Nuclear Energy. He is currently facing charges of stealing the luggage of 2
Oh, that's
different
Matt Damon, actually.
Houston-based fashion designer
hold
Asha
on.
Hamseen revealed on Twitter.
What?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to point out that last picture. He didn't have a mustache, and it looked much better. I was right.
Yeah,
you are right.
You nailed it.
So this is the Twitter thread. My name is Lord Aka Yasamin.
She's Tanzanian.
She's a Tanzanian woman, fashion designer based in Houston, Texas. I lost my bag in 2018 in DCA. Recently, I heard the news on Fox News about Sam Brinton and his luggage issue. Surprisingly, I found his images wore my custom-made outfits, which were lost in that same bag. So there's a series of photos of Sam Brinton wearing this woman's dresses at public events. Let's look through these photos.
That the scale of Brinton's thefts may be even larger than formerly thought. She posted pictures of herself wearing the custom-made outfits next to pictures of Brinton wearing a similar dress. She then posted another picture showing Brinton wearing custom jewelry she said she lost in the bag. Hamseen said that she filed a police report with the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority Police Department and Houston Police Department, as well as a complaint with Delta Airlines. But the case has so far gone unsolved. Brinton was released without bail from a Minnesota court on February 15th. And
So that pretty much brings us up to date on
By
Sam
the way,
Brinton.
this is a Washington Examiner video.
Yeah.
How come it sounds like it's like a fucking like college?
Yeah, I don't know.
presentation?
Their audio is not very good, is it?
Their production isn't very good. Aren't they a major paper? Aren't they like one of the oldest papers? Come on.
They had an intern do it. Yeah, it was their first article.
unpaid intern.
Are they a
whipped in the
rag?
background.
Is Washington Examiner just a conservative rag, or are they respected? I don't even know.
I don't even know.
I'll be honest. You say their name is the first I've heard of them, so I'm entitled to believe.
They've only been around since 2005. Never mind.
Yeah,
now you might suspect this is the end of Sam Brinton and the last you would hear of him. Unfortunately, after all the luggage drama and losing their job at the nuclear department, there also came out some suspicions about other things about Sam Brinton, and we're going to learn about that in this next video, and then we're going to take a look at an article about it. So this is Sam talking about conversion therapy.
Oh my God, that's right.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Don't spoil.
Don't spoil.
The issue is clear. Harming children is bad. Conversion
Whoa.
therapy harms
Right.
children.
Agreed.
Stop conversion therapy.
Agreed. This conversion therapy survivor is fighting to ban the practice.
So now we're going to learn about Sam's life.
I will never forget the day that I learned that I was just a little bit different.
Hey, was this all shot on the same day? Because this is like the same outfit.
I think so.
The other day,
It must have been.
But here's
Do
the
one-day
most important
shoots.
question: is that outfit stolen?
Right.
Oh, what year was this? Hold on.
I mean, apparently back in
we gotta
2018.
Call some lady in Tanzania and ask her.
I mean,
Is this yours?
She's in Houston, actually.
Oh, she's in Houston. Sorry, she's an American. God bless.
Then all of the other little boys that were around me. While digging through the trash, my friends and I found a Playboy. I felt myself so holy and righteous that it just didn't affect me. That, wow, I had gone to church so much that this horrible temptation, which was, making all of my friends very excited, was useless on me.
I don't like how
So
you
I
live
immediately
that.
went and tattled to my parents. My father, beaming with pride, told me that if I ever had those feelings, though, I should talk to him about them, and we would pray about it. I, without thinking, looked at my father and said, well, I sometimes have those feelings when I think about Dale. And I just said it that matter-of-factly because I didn't put two and two together.
Dale Gribble?
Yeah.
Dale
I mean,
Gribble.
to be fair, Dale Gribble was my awakening.
Yeah. Which Dale was your sexual awakening, Tenny?
Dale Earnhardt. Praise Hail, praise Dale.
The one from Rescue Rangers.
Oh no.
Oh, of
That
course.
explains a lot. Oh.
Wait, I didn't know you were one of us.
Because they were Chippendales. Get it?
Well, that's right. We have three furries now.
But
Okay.
That what I was doing was coming out. My father didn't take that very well. He would become
well, his father was Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer famously didn't really
Yeah, sure.
didn't take homosexuality well.
extremely physically abusive, and I would actually wake up.
I mean, he kind of
in
took to
room
it too well.
because I'd been
to
punched
be
so
real honest.
hard. My mother would step in at some point and say that, like, hitting Sam isn't working. We need to do something more scientific. And that was when we found conversion therapy.
I felt.
Wow, this true story is really heart wrenching. This
Very
really true
heart-wrenching.
story that definitely happened.
I just want to stop. There's a bad joke there with the. We have to hitting him is not working. We have to do something more scientific.
We're not cavemen. We have technology. The episode of SpongeBob where they're trying to get the paint off Mr. Krabs' dollar. And it's hitting Patrick, and it's like, we have technology.
Yes. Oh god.
Yes.
Ooh, that's what I want.
These are
Oh,
all
baby,
things-
hypno. Oh, sissy hypno.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, I think that would be
got
the
it.
purpose of conversion therapy. Wouldn't it?
That's a different kind of conversion therapy.
It's in the other direction.
I think the worst part about conversion therapy is
Oh, what's the worst part in your experience? Your true experience that definitely happened. What's the worst part? Let's hear it.
The worst part is all the people Hitler killed. Oh.
Right.
It was meeting Mike Pence.
He had terrible fashion sense.
My parents
This price hat.
sold snake oil, telling them that they could change their child into an all-American boy. And in the end, conversion therapy nearly killed me and destroyed my relationship with my family.
Are we good?
That's his family.
I think we're good.
Yeah. So
now,
heart-wrenching story. Yeah, heart-wrenching story.
And now, if you would follow that link with me.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, what link?
Oh, let's see. What's the title of this article? Let's see. Let me read it. This is LGBTQ Nation. That's the publication by Wayne Benson. And it says, has Sam Brinton's story always been too good to be true? Was Sam Brinton's story contrived or embellished to manipulate high-profile leaders and elevate themselves into the upper echelons of LGBTQ plus activism? Wow, I wonder what they mean.
I don't know. Well, let's take a look.
I don't know if that story was a good story.
All right, so here's the juicy part of the article.
Who?
While these activists were well-intentioned, they took a shortcut, looked the other way, and elevated them without ever asking. Is Sam Brinton's story too good to be true? It remains an open question whether Sam Brinton's story was contrived or embellished to manipulate high-profile leaders to elevate themselves into the upper echelon of LGBTQ plus activism and achieve a level of celebrity. But ex-gay conversion therapy needs no sensationalism. And Sam's story, if truly fabricated or exaggerated, adds to that destruction by undermining credible survivor stories. Sam Brinton burst onto the scene on October 1st, 2010. In a riveting two-part interview with I'm From Driftwood, they revealed the most shocking conversion story activists had heard since the 1960s. It involved Brinton coming out to their parents at age 11. Their father reacted with a swift punch to their face.
Oh.
Yeah. Dad just started punching, Brinton said. That was the first day that I was sent to the emergency room because I had fallen down the stairs, quote unquote. I was sent to the emergency room about 6 more times for quote unquote falling down the stairs or quote unquote tripping on the sidewalk.
So that's why he looks like that.
Oh, no.
His head's still swollen. I'm in this constant state of fear, Brinton also claimed. My dad has held a gun up to my head multiple times. Wow. Wow.
Crazy.
Wow. Brinton says that they were then sent to a cruel and sadistic Florida conversion therapist who they saw for 2 or 3 years. Brinton's timeline periodically changes depending on the media interview.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's your first clue.
Okay, see, there we go. Now we got his problem isolated right here. He went to Florida. Come on. Now we gotta go to Indiana.
I've heard genuine stories of people that were sent to conversion therapy, and sometimes they get basically kidnapped in the middle of the night. The parents set it up and they get brought over there, and it's traumatizing, and they know exactly where they were. They remember every detail vividly of what happened, and they know exactly the time frame that it happened in because it's traumatizing.
Yeah.
So you usually don't fluff it by a year or two. It's I might have been here. I don't know. I'm only 30. I'm 36. I'm ancient, so or however old Sam Brinton is.
When people suffer that kind of trauma, they usually remember everything in detail up to when it happened as well.
Uh-huh.
There's a documentary from years ago about this teenage boy who was kidnapped in the middle of the night because his parents signed him up for this Christian youth camp on an island in the Caribbean. And he was just spirited away in the middle of the night, taken out of his bed and kidnapped.
And that sounds like a Lord of the Flies situation there.
Because his parents thought he might be gay.
So Brinton alleges this practitioner used aversion therapy, which included sessions where they were tortured with extreme heat, ice, and needles. We then went into the mouth of hell.
Month of hell.
Oh, month of hell. Brinton alleged the month of hell consisted of tiny needles being stuck into my fingers, and then pictures of explicit acts between men would be shown, and I'd be electrocuted.
Sounds
I wonder where he got the images.
Yeah. So these are very vivid, very specific.
acts and
accusations.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, or these are things that have happened that are part of other like conversion therapy survivors stories. So that's definitely where Sam Brinton got these, right? I excitedly reached out to Brinton, and they were oddly inaccessible, communicating indirectly through intermediary LGBTQ plus activists in the Boston area, where they were attending MIT. The reason for Brinton's scarcity had to do with two simple questions I had asked them. Who was your conversion therapist, and in what facility did the therapy occur? This author of this article, I don't know if we set this up, this author of this article has worked with dozens, maybe hundreds of conversion therapy survivors. And like these are like very common, like you know who your therapist was and you know where the facility was, right?
Yeah, you'd know who did this to you.
Yeah. This basic inquiry was critical for two reasons. First, to share Brinton's story, we had to verify it was true. Second, Brinton's testimony involved a torture center where hideous abuses were presumably still occurring against children at least as young as 11. If such a place existed, there was a moral imperative to rapidly identify the abusive therapist and contact the authorities to stop the atrocities.
Yeah, exactly.
Why was Sam Brinton the only survivor of conversion therapy I've encountered since 1998 who refused to answer these questions? Not only had every other survivor provided this information willingly, but they were eager to fight back and shut down their own therapist or ex-gay minister.
To date, we don't have an answer to this question. See, later in the article says, actually, in response to my public comment, Brinton finally addressed my questions at QueerT. I was indirectly in contact with Wayne, and although I know he wants me to send the information of the therapist, that simply is not an option. Counselor after counselor has seen me revert to near suicidal tendencies when I try to dig deep into the memories of that time, and I simply don't have his name. I can picture him, clear as day, in my nightmares, but his name is not there. That's the excuse.
Well, the author raises a good counter to that, where if Brinton was in such a psychologically fragile state, why were activists having them talk to the media and lawmakers?
Yeah, and having him talk about his experience so openly.
Yeah,
like, that should be creating PTSD.
Like, yeah, I mean the now this, like he wasn't like weeping. Like I've seen people interviewed that are like conversion therapy survivors recounting like events and things like that, and like they're like emotional, like they're very genuine. You can tell when somebody's emotional when they're talking about something.
And then here's another. If you scroll down a little more, there's some other interesting things that call the thing into question. I checked with a top expert on conversion therapy in the Orlando region. He said that no known conversion office in a strip mall existed during the years that Brinton attended therapy. After the airport incident, I called Brinton's mother, Peggy Jo Brinton. She told me that her child had attended therapy, but it was not a conversion therapist. She refused to provide the name of the mystery counselor, but added, I do love them, Sam, dearly. So even using the pronouns. She denied that Sam was physically abused or attempted suicide. Of course, we can't pretend there's not a compelling interest in refuting those. But yeah, I believe other members of Sam Brinton's family have also come out and said that the abuse allegations are not true.
Yeah, so he's thrown his dad under the bus to raise his profile in the activist circle.
And given that he probably made the conversion stuff up, it is very possible that
he's shown that he's not the most reputable person.
Made up some other things. So it turns out, you steal a lot of luggage, and you might also lie about your background.
Yeah. So Sam Brinton, quite a character, huh?
Yeah.
He has a penchant for stealing other people's baggage. I'll say.
Yeah, he has his own baggage. Why does he need to do that? Jeez.
Hey,
that's a good one.
Thank you.
All right.
So that brings us to the end of Sam Brinton. Now we're going to move in, and this I have to pull up the correct timestamps. We are talking about our dear friend James Somerton.
Ooh.
Now,
which we only did one video on.
We did only one video on, which is
it was so fucking boring.
It was, I wonder if it's one of the few copies of that video left now that Sam has nuked his YouTube channel.
Oh, true.
We covered James Somerton's video on Disney's War on Gay Kids, I think is what it was called, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boring. What other impressions did we have? James Somerton.
I don't know. He was so forgettable. He was so boring. I barely don't remember anything about him.
I found him really...
I just remember how goofy he looked.
He looked really goofy, and he acted really pompous.
Yeah, super up his own ass pompous.
Like, talking in sort of a theatrical, as if everything he's saying has a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm, and with authority, as if they were his, because they were his words, I mean,
they were.
Right?
He wrote it all.
Right.
Yeah. Good old James Somerton got in some hot water himself. Not for stealing luggage, though, probably stole someone's haircut. I don't know who he got that hairdo from. But he did steal something, and that something was content for YouTube.
Well, you know what they say, be gay, do crimes.
But it all started with an expose that went out by H. Bomber Guy, alleging plagiarism from various YouTube personalities. So let's find out about the allegations against James. We're going to start at 154 here.
Love how all the recommendeds are H-bomb videos.
I like that one he did before this one, the Roblox oof.
Roblox oof.
Heard about it, but I don't.
Is it about pedophiles on Roblox?
I really enjoyed his Sherlock is garbage video.
Yeah, he does good videos. I like H Bomber Guy's videos.
He looks like so sickly though. Like I'm kind of concerned for his
normal. He looks like a normal dude.
I've never really cared for him.
But anyway, let's watch what he has to say about James Somerton.
He's not really checked what he's saying, and that really gets to me. Normally in this situation, I would just not watch his videos and live my life, but over the last couple of years, Somerton has been repeatedly accused of plagiarism. In response, Somerton has claimed he never ripped off anyone, and the times he did weren't even that bad anyway.
If I had been plagiarizing videos, I wouldn't have a channel. I would be called out all the time by people saying he stole my shit.
Wow.
But I don't plagiarize.
Ironclad
the one
logic.
time that there actually was plagiarism, it was by mistake, and I fixed it immediately, and it is no longer in my video. And the other two accusations, one was silly.
That's an interesting way of saying you didn't do it.
When 3 or 4 separate videos have 3 or 4 separate plagiarism controversies attached. There's not 3 or 4.
Somerton is telling the truth here. There are not 3 or 4 accusations. Whenever these allegations are brought up, however, a fan of his will normally pop up to accuse them of harassing a gay man and claim this is all part of a deliberate homophobic campaign against...
So true! It's us.
To be fair, our video was part of a deliberate homophobic campaign.
Yes.
So there's some seed of truth.
Yeah. I don't think we accused him of plagiarizing anything, though. I think we just accused him of being boring and gay.
Yes, yes, very gay.
And kind of, and a suck up to corporate Disney.
A capital crime.
So he's like literally, he's
in fact, James Somerton did.
I don't know if he is a Disnoid. He might have just stolen
James Somerton did another video about gays in Disney, and I think even H Bomber Guy talks about that. So.
That's what it was. He's aside from the fact that he's a man, he's Kathleen Kennedy's favorite actor or actress in every movie. Somebody who's gay and lame.
Make it gay and a chick.
Against a queer creator. And as an open bisexual who knows what the internet is like, I'm vigilant to the possibility the phobes are making a fuss about nothing again to take down a fellow gay boy. It does happen, so keeping this possibility in mind, I looked at what he'd been accused of for myself, weighed up all the evidence as objectively as I could, and it quickly became clear he did do it. He's a massive plagiarist. In fact, there's a bunch of stuff no one else has found yet. He's just convinced his audience to attack people when they notice. And the worst part is, they do it in the name of defending a gay creator, when many of the people he has financially benefited from stealing from are queer themselves. I've never seen anyone try to put together a full explanation of what exactly happened here, because his fans will threaten you into silence for trying, which means there is no solid body of evidence to point to, so James can freely lie about what happened without anyone to contradict him.
I'm just gonna, this doesn't have anything to do with what he's saying, but I just want to see a little more chest hair.
Yeah, just drop the shirt a little more.
I like the chest hair coming out.
And you call my taste weird, man.
He looks a little like my husband.
Oh, that's cute.
That's fair.
That's why a little more chest hair.
In July 2020, Somerton uploaded Evil Queens, a queer look at Disney history, a 1 hour and 8-minute video about Disney's relationship with the queer community. This original upload of the video has since been deleted for reasons which will become clear. As the video reached its audience, some viewers began noticing similarities between the video and the book Tinkerbells and Evil Queens by Sean P. Griffin. James opens with a present-day example of Disney being bad about gay content on their platforms, and then says we need to explore Disney's history of doing this. The next 45 minutes are almost word for word taken from Griffin's book.
Fantasy is often described as a method of escape from the trials and tribulations of everyday reality. Living in a society that has outlawed homosexual desire, categorized it as a medical...
I mean, that's my fantasy, but...
Oh, Jesus.
Outlawed it.
Constantly at Hook's side, and although Hook is the maniacal master of the relationship, Shmi is obviously... His prospects brighten, though, when he overhears of a young man cub who is...
Shmi is obviously his what? His what?
Shmi what? Shmi and him ever having rough butt sex in the cabin. Like,
by the way,
everyone
this is the way that H Bomber guy has like put this together, like side by side with the book and everything. Like, this is devastating.
This
whole video is devastating. It's like this the whole way through.
Yeah, it's just here's another passage, here's another passage, here's another
cub who is wandering alone in the jungle. He whispers to himself, "How delightful," and vows.
Why are they making the tiger gay? See, this is what I don't like about queer media literacy.
Especially when there's
a young man cub. It's also like pederasty. Like,
yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Like, oh yeah, gay culture, predating on young boys. That's what we
Baron Harkonnen in the original Dune in the novel. He's like a pederast.
Oh yeah, I remember that from the book. I'm like, yeah, they don't put that in the movies.
Well, apparently also like who wrote the book?
Frank Herbert.
Yeah, Frank Herbert. Apparently his son was gay and he ended up kicking him out of his house and all that shit.
Oh, okay.
Too, so
Gotcha. Not a close relationship with
no
homosexuality.
So he had a problem.
And it was those damn gays.
It's damn gays,
to
man.
arrange a rendezvous with the boy.
Most of this video is just James reading a book into the camera.
In the number, Ursula uses various methods to convince Ariel to sell her soul. From looking sorry and saint-like to shimmying madly in excitement.
Throughout this video, James uses parts of the book where Griffin quotes someone else. Like here, this is from an essay by Cynthia Erb. James just keeps reading and doesn't tell you he's quoting anyone, and even changes it slightly, almost like he knows it's wrong and is trying to get away with it.
He's even plagiarizing people that were quoted inside the content he's plagiarizing. Like, it's just layers upon layers. It's like Inception of plagiarism.
See, it's so dense. Every single image has so many things going on.
Well, just one thing going on, just pure plagiarism.
Just copy and changing a word or two, which is like a middle schooler does that.
I wonder how many YouTubers do that, because you know how there's like channels upon channels upon channels of just like history shit.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how much of that's just pure plagiarism. They just are reading straight from like a history book just to do a video.
It's a bit funny you say that.
Why?
You do that?
No.
What do you mean, like Destiny? What? Oh.
That's a plagiarize.
But but like
no, here's
my
exposure.
My primary exposure to James Southerton stuff was Mr. Medicare's archive live stream where he talked about it.
Oh, I watched that too.
Yeah, where he's just like, "Oh, plagiarism on YouTube," because that's not just like a fucking $1 a day, like fucking thing that's going on the site everywhere all the time.
Yeah. Of course. But of course, these are major accounts that are making lots of money on it. I mean, James is making a good deal of money on his stuff. He was getting endorsements.
Mm-hmm.
He had a lot of subscribers, a lot of views. He had a Patreon.
The only flaw in his plan is that
he got caught.
Yeah, he got caught, like famously caught, and like we got like way too big, and like everybody noticed.
Yeah.
Of course, he was getting endorsements. He had such a way of articulating himself. It was almost inhuman how
eloquent and well read, and could just string words together like nobody else.
You could have sworn he went to college.
He was a great speaker. Okay, he was a great speaker, not a writer, but speaker.
I guess
Yeah,
I'm
his
kind of
delivery
dumb
is
because I said that it probably happens on YouTube. All like I wonder how many, but like in this H Bomber guy video, like he goes over like 5 previous people.
Yeah, I
in
was gonna say.
this too in this whole
Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
Even Internet Historian.
Well,
He
yeah, I
plagiarized the
mean,
video.
I can basically tell. I mean, literally, his channel story mode. It's especially like the earlier videos. A lot of those are just feel like they are just Wikipedia outlines of the plots of games, which it's fine.
So let's watch this little snippet. This is when people start noticing and commenting and see how James responds.
He responded that he hadn't started crediting source materials yet when he made the video. He then finally added a reference to the book to the description almost 2 months after it had been uploaded. He'd gone with the Internet Historian method, put an acknowledgement of your theft in the description later and pretend that makes stealing okay. The thread's author thanked him for admitting it, but pointed out adding a line of text to near the bottom of the description is deceptive, considering the sheer amount of writing he copied. It looked like he was trying to get away with it by hiding some text somewhere no one would see. In response, he did the professional adult thing and blocked her and started tweeting vaguely about being wrongly accused of plagiarism, even though he always credits authors in the video description, which is a very funny thing to say when he didn't do that until the person he's currently complaining about pointed out he didn't. In just over a day, James went from saying, "Whoops, I'll put his name in the description, learning as I go, smiley face," to "I always credit authors in video descriptions, fuck off with your accusations." He also made a YouTube community post with the same text as the tweets. However, this turned out to be a Streisand'ian bargain, because
This is just, Cobb, you like watching criminal videos of criminals getting their comeuppance and things like that. It's my favorites
Classic
are always
misstep.
Yeah, I know, I love it. My favorite are always the criminals that document everything that they do.
It's so easy with internet lolcows. They document everything.
Exactly.
You love that attention.
Daniel, what are you saying? Are you saying that writing a book called How I Would Do It is almost as if you're
it was called If I Did It.
If I did it.
If I Did It. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about O.J. Simpson, do we want to do my epic O.J. Simpson take?
No.
This is the most correct take in the world.
No one cares about your OJ take.
Come on, it's so good. My OJ take is so good. It's so correct.
Well, I think at the end of the day,
Have you actually successfully triggered anybody with it?
No, I've been trying.
No one cares.
Nobody cares because it's so unassailable. I made it too good. I made it too.
It's like whatever.
Well, I think at the end of the day, we can all agree. We can be glad that the person who killed Ashley Nicole Simpson and Ron Goldman finally is dead. But what's strange is that he bears a striking resemblance to former athlete O.J. Simpson, who died on the same day at the age of 76.
How strange. How strange.
People started asking what he was being criticized for. Here's where it gets really interesting. James responded to one of them with a new example. Something like this had already happened before. James had made a video called Unrequited, The History of Queerbaiting, and this video had also been accused of stealing from a documentary called The Celluloid Closet. So this wasn't even the first time he'd been caught doing something like this. The author of the thread noticed this comment and looked at the description of the Unrequited video, and there was a note hidden towards the bottom thanking the Celluloid Closet in a familiarly vague way. Somerton had been caught stealing something before, and he tried to get away with it the same way by hiding something in the description. The comments section was full of people saying thanking the documentary in the description wasn't good enough since he copied a shit ton of it. She then tweeted she was considering comparing the Celluloid Closet and Unrequited side by side like she'd done with Evil Queens.
Okay, so he's just like telling people which videos he stole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he might actually have brain problems. Okay, let's skip ahead.
What?
Targeted harassment led to death threats, harassing me on Twitter. Okay, there we go. I'm the victim.
Yeah.
People who apparently want me dead. This is all very sad and tragic. Okay.
And realized that there are quotes in the video that are directly taken from the book Tinkerbells and Evil Queens. They went ahead and started accusing me of plagiarism. Somebody read their thread and decided to message me some death threats, as you do on the internet. I think she has something like 154 Twitter followers, something like that. And some of the people of that 154 decided, hey, let's threaten to kill him. But yeah, that's the situation.
My God.
That's why someone doxed me and threatened to kill me.
Were the death threats like, I hope you die of cancer? Is that the death threats?
I don't know. Apparently this is a I don't know if this was the person or if another death threat situation, but it was a Jesse Gender fan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And his
How are they
explanation,
doing, I wonder?
of that, well, Jesse Gender has posted a few videos about James Somerton since all this.
Oh, okay.
Because a supposed fan of Jesse Gender messaged James with a death threat. James called the police, and then people thought that he had called the police on Jesse Gender, and then there was like a whole kerfuffle about it that I do not understand. I didn't really investigate it, but he talks about it in one of his follow-up videos. So they had a conflict, and he's saying that people near him, people who like live near to where he is with criminal records, were actually threatening him. No idea if that's true. I imagine it's probably impossible to know for sure what the content of those death threats were. But, you know, saying you got death threats is like a staple of you need to turn the tables and make yourself a victim again.
True.
Yeah. I wonder what James Somerton's opinions of Goku are.
What's that mean?
Because it must be pretty high, because I've noticed not 1, 2, or 3, but 5 different Dragon Ball Z figurines in the background there.
He likes his toys, okay?
Yeah, he likes his toys.
What about the Baby Yoda, huh?
Look, I'm sorry. We gotta mask myself off here a little bit and admit something that I've not done on the show yet. Look, my Sonic autism is a little too high here right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
How many figurines do you have?
0. Shut up.
How many figurines are inside you right now?
And how many are in jars? And how full of those
How
are?
many? When was the last time you cleaned them? After you cleaned them?
Now, on that note, as I ignore all of my fucking co-hosts' product, no amount of like stealing other people's work is gonna, get away from the fact that you're just a fucking like crappy anime fan with no actual skills.
You should just tweet him. What would Goku do?
Yeah, what would Goku do?
Clearly,
Goku wouldn't steal. Goku wouldn't play.
Goku wouldn't plagiarize. He's a good
He would beat the
boy.
shit out of them.
Clearly,
Vegeta
Goku
would.
be.
Vegeta would. I will take the content and make a video of my own. Come on, Kakarot. You cannot stop
represent
me.
queers very well.
I will just copy paste passages, Kakarot.
He claimed he simply forgot to credit the book, which made up the vast majority of his script.
I'm kind of flighty when a video is done and I'm putting the credits together, so I don't always remember to put everything in the credits.
That's a good quality to have if you're like a video essayist. Just be really flighty and not remember to do basic credits. Yeah, it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
It's kind of been a problem with me in the past. That has happened before.
He then compared his video to serious documentaries and how they're often based on books.
You know, like a lot of documentaries, they're based on books that come out. And so...
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, usually in league with the author.
I watched too many documentaries to let that slide. Documentaries, unironically, are actually one of my favorite genre of movies.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy watching them a lot.
How many times have you watched Zoo?
That's my favorite documentary.
I've genuinely never heard of that one.
You never heard of Zoo?
No.
About Mr. Hands? It's the Mr. Hands documentary.
Oh. No, I haven't heard of it, but I know of the Mr. Hands story.
I know the story.
Do you want to see it in documentary form? Let's watch it.
You know,
right now.
Not on camera.
Mm-hmm. This will be in private. A private session.
You don't want them to see you.
This is a private gooning session that you can set up.
Yeah.
But regardless, I take huge issue, massive even, with the idea that like, oh, documentaries are often based off books. The fuck do you mean by that? Most documentaries are literally they're set up like investigative journalism like style of
writing,
almost reporting.
Sure, that's one style of like Jinx, like that Jinx documentary from HBO that got that one guy caught. I forget what his name was, but like history documentaries are usually based on books.
Oh yeah, sure. History documentaries where you have to the only way that you get the information about this is studying the topic. So
right? Yeah.
Generally, you'll base you
and
you
it's
could say the phrase-
I imagine if you did a documentary based on a book, the book's title is going to be like prominent in the opening credits. You're going to have the author working with you. He gets a cut. He sold the rights to the book.
Author may even have a speaking part to
Yeah.
talk about their work in the documentary. Yeah.
You have to go through certain channels to do something like that. You can't just go make a documentary reading off someone's book.
Right. But
So,
yeah, like
it's
King
a dumb
of Kong
point.
isn't based on like a book.
But yes,
I love
going
King of
forward, I
Kong.
just want you to know my videos may well be based off of books.
Normally you get
So just warning, guys. I might do this again. Oops.
Yeah.
My videos are based off of books.
You didn't see the air quotes?
Yeah,
based.
from beginning to end.
Books.
It's really hard not to see this for what it is. A guy making up a series of bad excuses after being caught plagiarizing.
Honestly, though, people should just go watch this
Yes.
entire video.
Yes.
This is such a fucking good video.
So
I
to,
really
to
enjoy
close
it.
out this section, go watch the H-Bomber video. I'll definitely be linking. I'll probably link all the videos in the description and you'll look at those.
Unlike James Somerton.
Way down in the description, you'll
Yeah,
notice
way
the-
down, right at the
way
bottom.
down there, way at the bottom, you can go and
Make sure you
click on-
put in the description of this video everything here is the original work of
Yes, this is original work of kavvah and no one else. Thank you.
And if you
including the videos we
find-
showed. These are all videos that we made.
And actually, if you can't see it, that's because you haven't liked the video. Try commenting; it might help.
Like, comment, and subscribe, and it will appear upon you like a fairy being summoned.
Like the burning bush.
Yeah, exactly.
So the apocalypse happened.
The apocalypse happened. James Somerton was finally really called out with very extensive documentation. And so James Somerton had no choice. James Somerton nuked his YouTube channel. I presume closed the Patreon. I think all the sponsorships pulled out. Everything just got destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
And allegedly
so we're-
nuked himself.
Yes. So we're looking, we'll get there. We're looking at the first apology video. This one is the more raw version. We're not going to watch a lot of this. Both of his apology videos, and yes, there are two, are like 40 minutes long for some reason. Let's just take a moment to absorb like the body language and see what we think here.
Do you have any
Hey,
manga
everyone.
I can pick out in the background?
I'm sorry for taking so long to make this video or to say anything.
Is that a gay deer painting in the back?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
there
looks
it
like
is. It's
they might be
just
fighting.
It's
I'd
the
watch that.
postmodern
Well, that's
art.
a lot of I'll just clue you in, Cobb. A lot of gay sex is very aggressive, so it can look like fighting.
Oh.
But I'll tell you what, it is not.
Mommy, why are the two men wrestling?
But I mean, it just looks like really, I don't know, millennial style artwork.
Yeah.
I think it looks fine. It looks cool.
Yeah, it's the two deer in front, inside of you.
Two deer, one
I'd probably
front.
hang it up in my college dorm room.
I've been in the hospital for a little over a week. I tried. I tried to do something really stupid.
Yeah, come on, honey, lay it on thick.
I think this is genuine.
Yeah.
This seems very genuine.
He's like-
as it goes on,
Like
doesn't feel
the
like
puffed eyes.
Yeah.
Like the puffed face. It's clear
You
he's
can't
been
fake
crying.
Oh, there's ways to fake it. I'm just
Sure.
Sure.
He rubbed onions in his
I
eyes.
don't think so. Well, we'll look at the other apology video and we'll see what we think of that one.
Yeah, compared to like the example that H-Bomber guy used in his video when he admitted to copying that person or not crediting them.
I did it.
Like it's a much different feel.
I had to talk to him one more time.
Like
and
he can barely get words out.
Yeah.
he figured out something was wrong and called paramedics or 911 or they got here and
So you had a wellness check
woke
done.
up in the hospital and yeah.
okay. I recant. I will admit. Okay, I do think this is genuine now because I was like, oh, this is after. Is this like attempt one or?
So this is an attempt he alleged happened a few weeks prior.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we really need to watch much more of this one because the vibe is pretty much that the whole time, crying,
Yeah, and
talking about.
I mean, And he fesses up. He
Yes.
fesses up to everything. He's like, you know what? I did this, like, I don't know what I was thinking. This was a total mistake on my part.
Mhm.
Like, he just lays it all out. He totally takes ownership of everything.
He
He
apologizes.
even says things that weren't in the video. Yeah. Like, he
Mhm.
said things that he's done that wasn't even touched on in the video.
Was this before or after the H-Bomber guy video?
This is after.
This is after. This is
Yes.
after. This is after his career has been obliterated and destroyed. Like, he will never do this again.
So this is the raw, let's say uncut apology. Now we're going to look at the second apology that he put out.
Mm-hmm. This got deleted, right?
Yes.
This first one?
Yes. Well, I think they both got deleted eventually.
Representative of the queer community, and I was not that. I tried to be. I tried to be a voice for every member of the queer community, but that was a failed endeavor before it even started. I'm a cis white gay man. No matter how much I try to be a good spokesperson, I can never really truly understand the life experiences of other far more put upon members of the queer community. This is one of the reasons that I would use their own words.
Okay.
So, excuse number one. I'm a cis white gay man.
Yeah, that's a good start.
And the oppressed peoples are so oppressed that I could never hope to capture their oppressiveness, so I had to use their words.
Yeah. He had to. Look, he was doing them a favor. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was elevating their voices, and you're coming at him, accusing him of this horridness when he was elevating marginalized voices. You are evil. H-Bomber guy is evil. Okay.
No,
I'm buying this apology. This is 100%.
He did this thing I remember hearing. It's like he saved them. It's a white man. Like, I don't know.
The white cis gay man's burden.
Yes.
To bring these queers up
into the light, bring their story.
He was using the words of his ancestors and, just being very respectful.
Right.
Yeah. Of those who came before.
This is a ridiculous excuse.
Yeah, and also like this, just tonally, like the way that this whole thing is shot, the fact that it has that. Did you catch that fucking cut there? Like, this is clearly edited. It's framed to where it's all zoomed in so you can see his face and shit. And it's all in focus.
Perfectly coiffed hair, perfectly in focus.
He's got that
Picked his
fucking
nice
douchey
glasses.
turtleneck.
Yeah.
Back to sort of emotionless, just like reading off a script kind of tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a good look.
All right, so that was excuse one.
And here's something I'm sure a lot of people will call a bullshit excuse. I have memory issues because of a head injury from when I was a child. They're actually getting worse. I've talked about it on streams and in videos. So yes, it is real.
Yeah, the same
but
dad as
some
Sam
people
Brinton.
will call it
Damn it, I was gonna make that
Head
joke
injury is
too.
actually like
I wanted to wait until he
this is why
stopped.
I can't work in any job that involves physical labor. Employers can't get insurance for me to like lift things or operate vehicles and stuff like that. I actually did marketing for a restaurant group for a little while, but got let go when they found out that I was epileptic because, at least according to them, I couldn't be insured to be in the kitchens where I needed to be to film videos and take photos and stuff like that. But anyway, when it came to editing the scripts, I couldn't remember what I'd written and what had been copy-pasted. We should have just chucked out everything that I had put into the script and filled them in with wholly original thoughts. Or I should have been taking notes on where things came from so that we could at least cite them in the videos, if nothing else. But I never did that.
All right, pause.
That's
all. So there's a stereotype that gays can't drive. He's just reinforcing that stereotype.
Oh, no.
I like how
can't drive. I can't do physical labor.
I like how he starts off with, people are gonna say it's a bullshit excuse, but here's
but here's a bullshit excuse.
What? I don't even. I have a head injury that induced epilepsy.
That induced laziness.
Yeah.
Wow, same.
Wait a minute. He was creating the scripts for the videos, and just right then he was like, "Oh, I think I wrote this originally. I don't he just forgot that he just copy pasted something. Like, what is that? What he's telling me?
He can't differentiate between his own writing and all these other writers. He's like, yeah, I definitely came up with that.
He's like, I'm so brilliant, you know.
Well, no, it's the meme. It's the meme. I made this. You made this.
Yeah.
I made
don't
this.
even know, like, this excuse. Like, of course it's bullshit, right? Like,
yeah, obviously, yeah.
He also has a writer. Like,
I might buy. I mean, I kind of buy that he does have brain damage.
Yes, I do. Yeah, after this video, I do buy it. Yeah,
like, my job at this kitchen wouldn't keep me on because they quote couldn't insure me for my What?
I really was hoping that he was gonna say that they let him go because they found out he was fucking copying someone else's stuff too.
First off, he's accusing employers of a crime. I mean, that is like that.
Yeah, you can't discriminate.
You can't fire someone because they have epilepsy.
Yeah,
that's a serious. Yeah, I was gonna say that's a serious offense.
Yeah.
Secondly, he's like there's multiple crimes. Like if this is in the United States, there's multiple crimes that he's accusing them of committing. Not providing insurance to a full-time employee, or at least not even offering insurance when you offer it to all your other employees, presumably.
Yeah, wait a minute.
That's like a huge felony.
Yeah, I don't think that part's real.
Yeah.
They let him go because every time he's in the kitchen, he's like trying to make another video essay about gays and Disney. And they're like, you can't keep making videos about gays and Disney. You gotta clean the dishes.
I also have to think. I have to stop and think to myself here. A kitchen. You're making marketing videos for a kitchen. I just don't believe you at face value.
What? You don't believe this guy?
I don't believe that a kitchen was like, yeah, we need to take marketing videos of you in our kitchen where we're presumably super busy and like constantly working at stuff. Yeah, I don't believe you when you say that, because it's almost, depending on, if this is a mom, pop, or a franchise, or, presumably, because this is the only kind of corporation I can think of that can hire somebody to do this. A big, multi, national, conglomerate, franchise, more likely just has a studio set up for this, where it's a faux chicken. Or faux kitchen, not faux chicken. Yes.
They might sell that. I mean, a lot of times though, that's like a freelance thing. That's not like.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're probably freelance. You're not getting insurance in the first place. Also, if it's let's presume it is just a small kitchen. You're not getting insurance to begin with. You're probably part-time.
Let's move away from this, but who did he think that this was going to be convincing?
Apparently,
did he seriously think that? He thought about it. He wrote the script down. He thought this is going to absolve me. People are
get
really
people back
me.
on my side.
Well, look,
what's worse is that this was better to him than the first one.
Yeah, than the first video.
Well, look, Daniel, you got to give him some credit. He did come up with this original idea, presumably, of making this fucking dog shit excuse.
Yeah, it's true. I'm pretty
original.
convinced that this whole video is his own words. Although, wouldn't it be funny if this was also plagiarized?
Actually, this was his coworker's excuse when he goes.
Yes. It's like lifted from some other YouTube video. It's like OJ's excuse. Like I had a head injury.
It's like memory issues. I don't remember if I stabbed her. Oh,
it's from Jake Paul's apology video.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't have. I'm sorry for faking being colorblind. It was actually I had epilepsy.
Okay. So are there any other?
There's one more section I want us to go to. 28 minutes and 5 seconds.
They wanted to know why, as they put it, I nuked my social media presence. To be frank, it's because I didn't want to exist anymore. If you watched my honestly horrendous.
What? That was a
video
brilliant
back in
one, by the way.
December. You know, I tried to make that happen. The not existing thing. But it was more intense than taking too many pills. It's not that I didn't want to be alive anymore. It's that I wished I'd never existed at all. That everyone I'd ever known would be better off had I just never been there. Very George Bailey, which is fitting, given that it was Christmas time. It's only thanks to some very, very dedicated doctors and nurses and one very good friend that I'm even here able to film this right now. I'm not going to name her because I don't want to expose anyone else to the small but seriously unstable group of people who watched the plagiarism in YouTube video and thought, well, he should be dead. Like I said, it was a very small group.
Yeah. He talks about earlier in the video more about the Jesse gender group that he said threatened to kill him and yada yada yada. So that's what he's alluding to there. But there you go. There's the suicidal ideation.
And no, I didn't care for him. I didn't really relate to his suicide attempt until he mentioned George Bailey and compared himself to that. I thought, that really set it over the edge for me.
Yeah. So that gets us to the final thing that he has posted, as far as we know. So this is the last social media post he made.
I'll read it.
Go ahead.
If this message is live, it means I scheduled it before ending thing. I have videos scheduled to go out over the next couple of days. Nothing new. I just wanted Nick's portfolio of work to be available. I've left us directions that any money from those videos to be donated to the Canadian Association for Suicide Prevention. They've tried very hard to pull me back, but there's simply no life for me anymore. I've lost everything. My only friend, my livelihood, my name, and it's all my own fault. The world will be a little bit better off now. Goodbye.
He only had one friend.
I guess.
I suppose.
The one.
Are they dead?
Just the one.
I don't know.
So he did it, right?
No, he didn't do it. I believe one of his friends.
I made. Wait, Kav, you're telling me I made this banger meme for nothing?
Yeah, it is a banger meme, but unfortunately, pretty sure he only did the fake suicide this time around. One of his friends posted and said they are in contact with him and he is not dead. So as far as anyone can tell, and his family hasn't posted anything to that effect either. So
okay.
James Somerton is alive. Just very, very sad. Will we ever see more of James Somerton?
Yes.
What form shall he
plagiarize the suicide attempt?
What form shall he be when he emerges from his cocoon of sadness?
Oh, well, first of all, when they emerge, it's when they emerge. Okay.
Oh, okay. So you think non-binary is next?
Yeah.
I'm banking on that being the way out, because that's how you get the free sympathy nowadays. Is you transition, you say that actually, this was why I had that breakdown.
Yeah, transition doesn't cost anything. You're right. It's totally free.
Yeah.
It can be.
It's free sympathy points.
Well, I guess not binary is like the least. At least.
Yeah. You just start wearing dresses, like.
Yeah.
You don't do nothing.
Just start stealing luggage, wearing dresses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is a little bit weird coming from me. I acknowledge that this is weird, but I don't see him coming back to the internet, to be honest.
Maybe. I don't think this guy can't not be in front of a camera.
Yeah.
He yearns for it. He yearns for the mines. He needs it.
I mean, that's the only reason you'd.
But is he going to do video essays? I feel like he has to.
I think it's going to be OnlyFans. I think we're going to see this guy's
butt.
So it's a twofer, actually.
Banking on that. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it would be something more like TikTok.
But I don't have much hope.
I think if he does anything like that, it would be TikTok. But to be completely honest,
they don't allow buttholes on TikTok.
No, but
I've been searching all the wrong places.
Look, Daniel, you're gonna tell me that you can't get away with plagiarism way more on TikTok versus YouTube?
Also, if you're not seeing buttholes on TikTok, it's because you put the wrong age in your bio.
Yeah, freaking minors.
You gotta go under 18.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. The suicide attempt, I don't know.
He's done it a couple times now.
It's been done. Come on, he even plagiarized that, right?
I don't know with the first one. That one, like you said, seemed kind of genuine.
Oh, the first apology video?
Yeah,
and the suicide attempt that was talked about in that one. Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
So that's I know, and then his second excuse, yeah, that's like obviously that's ridiculous, but I don't know, like. So, like, I'd want to say, like, attempted suicide really changes people, but admittedly, I don't know a lot of survivors. I unfortunately do know some suicide victims, or I guess I should say, knew
completed suicide.
Mm-hmm,
Is what you're supposed to say.
Yeah, but that's also kind of gay.
Yeah, I don't know. I know some people who followed through on it too. You know. I think we all probably do in this world.
It's a rough situation, no matter how you cut it. Yeah. But thankfully, pretty sure James Somerton, alive, still with his little quaff somewhere out in this lovely world, doing himself. But with that kind of brings us to the end of James Somerton. And for our closer, we're going to revisit a favorite, someone who we talked about not that long ago, and who has since become a big source of commotion in the beer industry.
Oh boy!
So if you go back to the watch together, and let's watch this little short clip here.
Bud Light has used LGBTQ branding for years.
Gay weddings, they're just like any wedding.
So the fallout from a recent promotion was unexpected.
I got some Bud Lights for us.
An ad with a transgender woman back in April prompted a conservative backlash online, even from aging rock stars.
Bud Light.
Now analysts say Bud Light lost its top spot in US retail beer sales.
This is sort of uncharted water for a brand like that.
Wait, was that
7 weeks of sharp declines of that magnitude?
No, the guy who shot the beer cans, was that
it was Kid Rock.
Yeah, it was Kid Rock.
It's Kid. If it's not, some call it statutory, I call it mandatory rock.
Oh my god, I forgot about that lyric. yeah, that was Kid Rock, all right.
Oh yeah.
Whatever happened to Little Joey, or whatever that guy's name was, the midget that used to tour with him? Do you remember him?
Oh, no, I have no idea.
He's got to be dead. I mean,
midgets are usually.
Unfortunately, those people have a short lifespan. Hey.
No pun intended.
Top spot in U.S. retail beer sales.
This is sort of uncharted water for a brand like that when it comes to 7 weeks of sharp declines of that magnitude. And it's something that a lot of eyes and ears are obviously on at the moment.
The company distanced itself from the Instagram post, a response that didn't win many LGBTQ fans.
That was awful, and they kind of let out like a little bit of an apology, I saw.
Why are people so extra? Like this woman.
I don't know. Is this like during a pride parade, maybe?
Oh, okay. Maybe. If it's during a parade, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're just doing stuff because it's ticking a bomb.
Look, it's Danimal. It's you, Danimal. Look, it's you.
Kinda is.
And there's your husband, I guess.
Yeah, with the sunspots
oh my
and
god,
everything.
I'm drinking the wine, and it's just awful.
And as soon as you get backlash, you're walking away.
Bud's biggest mistake.
Marketers say the response has done as much damage as the promotion did.
Their reaction was what caused the problem. Their reaction was lukewarm. It wasn't decisive either for the main heterosexual.
This poor guy. He's not even gay. He's just British. They just welcomed him in. He just went with the flow.
Wait, is there a difference?
What are you talking about? Did you see his shoes? Look, they were
gay or European. Gay or European.
I love the Legally Blonde musical. That whole thing is good.
Sexual audience, neither was it decisive for the queer community. So they sat in the middle and ultimately failed.
In this current
including trans people.
Oh my god!
Can have social value too.
See, this is what I mean by like extra. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna dress up like a comic book villain.
I just like she looks like. Did you ever see the Leslie Nielsen movie Wrongfully Accused?
No.
There's a bit where there's a wanted poster and he draws like glasses and a beard on it. Like a cartoonish way, and they're like that's him, that's the guy. And
they got the crown. It's like Is that a Jughead crown?
Yeah. Oh,
It is.
God.
Oh my
Hang
god.
on, I gotta pull up this rug for you.
Well, I just want to point out the fucking cameraman on this is such an asshole. They did a fucking zoom in on their boobs. Why?
Got a little chin beard and long dreads.
The
Weird.
dreads though, that really makes it, honestly.
Yeah. 'Cause
It's
they're
what
long and gross
puts the
looking.
outfit together.
And the very
Can we watch this real
wrinkled
quick?
dress.
Can we
What
watch
is it?
This real quick. This wrongfully accused clip. I got. Do I?
Oh no.
This movie sucks, by the way. This is a terrible movie. Okay.
Oh, it's only there for a bit.
Right? Right? Does they look exactly like that?
Good hats.
Good.
Is that a deep cut or what?
Yeah,
My
that's a deep
goodness.
cut. I think I've seen that clip somewhere.
All right, let's get back to the video.
Including trans people in marketing can have social value too.
So
Man.
having a beer company directly market to queer and trans people says, hey, hold on, we actually recognize that you exist, that you're part of our community. We want some of your dollars, but also, you exist.
And using only straight
You
people
exist.
in ads could imply
I
everyone
exist,
else.
therefore I think.
The problem
It is like a leather jughead crown. What is that?
It
is
is
weird.
I want to quickly like.
I don't think the Pride Parade excuse is working here. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know if that's what's working.
Sorry, I just wanted to take a quick second here to point out that like our one British friend earlier, when he said like, Bud just kind of sat in the middle. It's just like, you mean like most companies want to do with any of these kind of issues, because taking a side on any of them could have major repercussions for you as a company.
Like we've seen with Bud Light.
There was probably no great choice.
There was no right answer for them in this scenario.
Oh, after
mean,
the
they're not
fact,
gonna-
I think the Bud Light thing was way fucking overblown.
It is absolutely. It was. I think what was fascinating to me though was this moment where we covered Dylan Mulvaney when Dylan was still just sort of a TikTok star, and then had briefly interviewed Biden in that one clip.
Yeah,
which is probably the highlight of all the clips we watched.
Yeah,
and we thought, okay, this is sort of an insular character. We're not going to see this person being talked about by regular people. But then the Bud Light thing happened, and like regular people cared about it, and it was so weird. People at like baseball games heard about it and cared about it enough not to buy Bud Light. That's just crazy to me.
Yeah,
it's like the internet came to life.
Well, I pointed it out when we did that video, was that this is the height of her career, is being a political puppet. And so I'm just going to say I called it. This is exactly the outcome that can happen for her.
The political puppet was better than being a corporate puppet?
Well, she already had both.
Oh, true.
I think it was fucking disgusting. People were calling in bomb threats to Anheuser-Busch factories over this.
Yeah, people are crazy. I do not.
There was a couple that got beat up in Canada over buying Bud Light at a liquor store.
In fucking Canada.
In Canada.
In Canada.
I mean, I do agree with you, Daniel, but like the reaction to this was horribly overblown.
Mm-hmm.
I
It
guess
was one can with her face on it. People thought that they were like releasing Bud Light cans all over the country with Dylan Mulvaney's face on it.
I was
Like, what,
gonna
are you
say
fucking
that,
stupid.
That was the thing too, wasn't it? Like it wasn't even like a distributed can. It was
They
a
do drink
gift.
Bud Light.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it was just a one can. And it was
But-
it was like an Instagram ad on her own Instagram to like her fans, like just one video. Like
Yeah,
it's not like it was an ad campaign that like showed on TV.
Right.
Yeah, like you had to go out of your way to like
To find it. Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird. I remember there was a genuine amount of people I knew who said they were not buying Bud Light over the Dylan Mulvaney
Yeah, it's
stuff.
just
People
bizarre.
I never
It's bizarre.
talked to about with this stuff. I genuinely don't know what about this story in particular like like allowed it to permeate past like the internet boundaries and expand into wider,
real
like,
world.
Well, it's
like,
the same. Is it not the same story with like some of the BLM stuff where it's just like internet made its way into real life?
Yeah.
Is it not that same story, just now with a conservative bent? Is that now not what's happening?
Yeah.
Well, because
it's just the power of memes. It's a mimetic. This idea of Bud Light endorsing a trans woman just became a thing that got parroted and distorted and overblown until people freaked out about it and thought it was like this big national thing.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they decide to or didn't like Bud Light actually get like a massive amount of like profit losses?
Oh yeah,
huge. Yeah, they lost some valuation. Their company. I think their stock's been staying strong at like their stock's still up from what it was, but
I'm sure they bounced back. But
people steadily stopped caring. But
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a big hit for quite a while though.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it wasn't like it wasn't even a flash in the pan. It was like for some months.
Yeah, and then Kid Rock got caught drinking Bud Light at like a NASCAR game or something.
Oh no,
traitor!
But
that was pulled out the guns again.
And he's not. So he didn't buy the anti-woke beer that one guy made.
Beer. Yeah, the not non-alcoholic anti-woke beer.
Yeah, that's what I'm drinking. That's all I drink now.
Yum.
How did people actually buy that? How does it taste? Does anyone know? Like, I genuinely want to know if it's
tastes like liberal tears.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Tenny.
How do you know what my mug says?
So since we all revealed that we're all huge Dylan Mulvaney fans now, and that we think that she's totally great, what's she up to now?
We're gonna close out with Dylan Mulvaney's musical debut, which is
he was in a Freedom Tunes episode.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's true as well. They got all the stars on Freedom Tunes, but no, it's Girls of Dayhood. So let's take a listen. Like Dylvan. You
got a brain injury.
I got a brain injury from watching James Somerton too much. Days of Girlhood.
I can't believe you plagiarized.
Stop hitting her. You have to use science. So it's not working.
I'm gonna label this video Dylvan again.
I genuinely didn't catch that at first when Cobb said it. Like because I've never seen this fucking video, so I like legitimately heard her say that and go, "Okay, that's like one of those like really weird kind of out there titles that they probably picked from." And then I read the actual
Girls of Dayhood.
Yeah, all right. So let's watch the gaze of Durlhood.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm still laughing at Dylvan.
I do like a pink classic car. I will say that.
Yeah. Got my very first 6-string.
Dan will post the lyrics for us so we can follow along.
Oh yeah, sweet! Yeah. It's a sing along.
Yeah. Pink emergency. Calling women of all ages. Girls like me gotta learn the basics. Yeah, why aren't you guys singing? You guys not singing?
We're just following along.
I didn't pull up the lyrics, sorry.
Pick up meds, you know.
Oh, boy.
Even know his name.
Whoa. Okay, I think we're good here. Can we roll it back a little bit and focus on the weekends are for kissing friends?
Ooh.
I'm just saying we're recording this on a Friday night. It is the weekend.
So
Ray. No, both of you get that.
Why aren't you joining in on this, Ray? It's the weekend. This is what they're for.
Make out sash. Everyone's got their margaritas.
You know,
Everyone except for Cav, okay?
Oh, okay.
It's all the
fine.
guys just
I'll
kissing
just
each other.
watch. It's fine.
You go see this.
Oh no, it's starting.
Oh God, no, we can't do this anymore.
I was
But
gonna
the
say,
music doesn't put you in the mood. What's wrong?
No.
Hold on. I have to seriously ask, how are you not going to get copyright strike for that?
Oh, easy.
So.
Excellent question.
Easy. You just don't play it very long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we just move it down to like E minor or something?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
regardless, I was going to say, after watching a hellish amount of that I was like, oh, Dylan Mulvaney, like they're singing, they're not too bad actually. They sound like they have a decent voice. And then as I was listening longer, I was like,
It's did you notice something about it?
Yeah, I was like, oh, your voice is auto-tuned. You're not.
Yeah.
To be fair, all voices
are auto-tuned these days. I think it's noticeable in this one.
Yeah,
auto-tune is just a normal tool that's used to.
No. Like you're correct, Animal. Like you could. Like it is used like pretty regularly throughout pretty much all the industry.
Yeah, for a long time.
I will argue you can tell when it's like
overly produced. Yeah.
Yeah, this is T-Pain levels of
I mean, that kind of
auto-tune.
describes the whole music video, right? Overproduced.
I have a question for you, Ray. Would you rather be forced to listen to this for the rest of your life, or forced to listen to all the single furries? Like let's say every single time you put on the radio, it's either this song or all the single furries. Which one are you
Are Rugers still a thing that exists in this world?
Yes, that's a very popular gun brand.
I choose the Ruger way out.
Even though every single store you walk into, that's the only song that's playing. In movies, when songs play in movies, it's only that song, either all the single furries or
So
this
is
song.
this bra like a ruffle? What is going on there?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know. I think
doesn't have breasts, so
Yeah, you need to stuff those, Dylan.
Controversial opinion, maybe. I don't know. I think.
You think Dylan Mulvaney's hot?
No, I think I would.
That's not controversial. That's just true.
Stop it, yeah.
Look, that's the real reason she was on Bud Light. It was for the sex appeal.
I think I might actually take the you know what, I can't make it funny. The Days of Girlhood over the furries one.
You would.
I despise that furry one so much. And in all honesty, this is at least somewhat annoyingly catchy. In the same way,
I know.
Like
I will say, it was stuck in my head for a few days after I first heard it. All the single furries did not stick with me.
We didn't get to the chorus yet. We need to get to the chorus.
Oh yeah.
Use my breakdown in the bath. These are the days.
These are the days.
These are the
days of girlhood.
Yeah. You know what? You know what?
These are the days.
You know what? That slaps.
Okay, verdict here.
that
Look
got
at these
stuck in my head.
shoulders. What are we thinking here?
That's her friend from that
bit
one
of
video where she was trying on
transvestiting.
bikini. No, she's not. That's a biological woman. That's a cis woman.
That's the person. Yeah, they're trying on the
skin
dresses.
looks kind of splotchy though. I don't know what's
Probably
going
from
on
the
there.
water. Probably from being in the pool.
Or what's that?
The
fake
alopecia?
disease? No, not alopecia. Sorry. There's like the fake one that Uncle Ruckus has, but there's like a real.
Oh, vitiligo.
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 Yeah.
I got reverse vitiligo.
It kind of looks like
I like how Uncle Ruckus and not like Michael Jackson or Sammy Sosa are your references for vitiligo.
Look, he said it so much in that show. That's the only like major reference.
It's a skin condition.
Every morning I put sulfur and bleach on my skin. I like to think it works.
But I will say, this song did get stuck in my head a little bit, even though, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Part of it is because it just sounds like a mishmash of other songs.
Are there anything in the lyrics that we want to go through?
Let's see.
I do want to point out.
Boys on the dance floor, it's finally clear the patriarchy's over. You can hold our beer. Oh.
Is that a diss track, the Bud Light? Is that what that was?
I guess. Mom brought me into this world. Sister taught me how to girl. best friend coached me how to text. The boy toy that I'm dating next. Okay. Girls who helped me show the way. They're why I'm an it girl today. Is that a typo?
No. An it girl.
It's an it girl. What is that?
It's like a popular girl.
Yeah.
Oh.
The it girl. You never heard of an it girl?
There's actually a song for that, I think.
I have not.
Yeah.
The it girl.
Yeah.
Where's the one?
Leah. It's some dead one did it, I think. Whoever.
Where's the one where she does a one night stand?
Uh-huh.
Where's that? The walk of shame.
Oh, that's we passed that already.
Yeah.
That
Oh, we
was,
did.
Did the walk of shame. Yeah.
Did a walk of shame? Didn't even know his name. And yeah, just like overall, this video makes me feel very empowered, very validated.
Do you think the guy that
as
she
a
was
girl.
with, like the guy that she was with, heard that lyric start and just like didn't Thursday had the walk of shame? He's like, and then he heard, but I didn't even know his name. He's like, phew.
Thank goodness. Got away.
I got away.
Unlike her sister, who she threw under the bus.
Yeah.
Fucking, my sister taught me how to be a girl. It's all her fault.
Got my dolls by my side.
Also, the line Wednesday retail therapy, cash or credit, I say yes. That doesn't rhyme, Dylan. That doesn't fucking rhyme. You have a clear way of just saying please. I say please, and it rhymes. You need to fire your writer.
I did remember. So last year, Dylan Mulvaney said,
"You don't think she
that
really wrote this herself, did you?"
That what?
That Dylvaney.
Dylvaney.
Dylvaney. My favorite person, Dylvaney, has not been kissed as a girl yet.
Oh.
I wonder if that's happened since then. That was a year
I bet
ago.
you it has.
If they're having one night stands, I'd hope that they have a kiss.
Dylan's
that they're kissing. Yeah,
steamy
they're
kiss.
not kissing during the one night stand.
Let's see.
I'm saving it for the right one.
Who did Dylan kiss?
Who do you think Dylan kissed?
I'm trying to find out. There's a video that
Probably
claims.
Jeffrey Marsh. They probably.
This looks
they
like
probably tried.
a video. It's a produced video. It's not.
It's not Dylan's OnlyFans.
No, it's not like someone she's dating.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Oh.
Here, wait. No, I found it.
You found it? You found
kiss. Hang on.
the kiss?
Hang on. It's a video. I'll put it in chat.
Okay.
Oh.
Show me.
Okay, hang on. Or not in chat. I'll put it in the watch together.
Okay. So we're gonna watch this kiss.
Yeah, we're gonna watch this real quick.
No, we are not.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the single furries. All the single furries.
All the single furries. All the single furries. All the single furries. Oh, this is a banger too.
Oh, this slaps. This slaps.
I'm shaking my own little tail.
Yeah.
Too excited to wag.
I love that song.
It is good.
I did not know how bad that person's voice is. I remembered that it was, a fucking cover of a Rihanna song or whatever, or Beyonce. I didn't realize that voice.
Queen Bee, come on.
You know what? Now that I heard it, actually, I'm not. I will choose Dylan Mulvaney over that.
You're gonna choose Dylan Mulvaney over all the single furries?
Yeah, if because I was figuring, like, at least like mentally, because it's the same instrumental, I could like in a grocery store, I'd just assume that it's the Beyonce song. No, I can't with this voice. It's gonna overwrite it. I can't ignore it.
What about what? Well, okay, so not all the single furries, but how about this one instead?
Oh, we need a browser extension. Well, it's decided for us, actually.
Yeah,
Sad.
I can't play no cock like horse cock.
Oh, I fucking love that song, actually. Fuck you.
That's a good song. That's a very good
That song is actually it's genuinely good. Also, I think the reason why Watch Together can't do it is because I'm fairly
It's
certain
age restricted.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that warning for a second. Why does the Dylan Mulvaney one not have that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is very titillating.
Very sexual. Very
I
erotic.
think she's doing fine for herself.
Yeah,
I'm
she
not
seems to be having fun. living life.
Good for her. Good for her.
Doing stuff.
At least she didn't let people were fucking going after her. For
Oh,
to the Bud Light thing. Glad to see that didn't ruin her spirit. I guess.
I felt literally cut this maybe, I don't know. Seamus, if you're watching this, I legitimately felt kind of offended by our depiction of Dylan Mulvaney. Like,
That was pretty funny though. You know what I noticed about the Freedom Tunes, Dylan, was the teeth. The teeth. And there's like
teeth. You gotta get the teeth.
Just like that
so,
50
like,
teeth.
Yeah.
Which I think that's the first thing we noticed. Like
it's hard not to notice that. It's
all right. We're getting near the bottom of the barrel here.
We are, and in fact, we are done. So, those are the 3 people I decided to revisit for this episode.
Thank God I get to live another day. No
who
Sappho in my
who
life.
is our favorite
of these people?
Dylan Mulvaney. Dylan Mulvaney is always going to have a place in my heart.
Yeah.
Yep, Dylan for sure.
She's the most like innocent, innocuous.
Yeah,
one.
and the controversy around Dylan was just stupid.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
Yeah,
well, I'm going to be a complete contrarian.
Will always have a place.
Yeah. Who's your best of the worst?
I'm gonna pick Brinton just because I love how much trouble that little rascal gets himself.
That little scamp.
He's like a gremlin, just like stealing things, like an elf, you know.
I mean,
just
do it herself, you know.
Like a tiny little gnome, but it's man-sized. Just runs around stealing things.
Man-sized little gnome.
Like, oh no, where'd my luggage go? Tee!
Yeah, he's stolen your luggage. You must stole my rental ticket and back.
It's like a European cryptid.
Yeah.
That's true.
And he's
American.
American.
Who's your best of the worst?
Who, mine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, definitely not James Somerton, just because I can only get so much of like pallid white man close-up face, you know. But it's either between our man-sized gnome friend stealing luggage or
Keemstar?
Gay Keemstar.
He's never been convicted. You can't say anything about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either between Sam Brinton, the dress stealing gnome, or Dylan, or Dylvan, just because of the music video, the Gaze of Durlhood.
Yeah, the Gaze of
Durlhood.
If only because it's
a brainworm.
That and also because it's just got a special place in my heart.
Or an earworm. Although I guess it does give you brain.
Not by which I mean not like endearing, but in the sense that like I think an artery clogged.
I think Dylan's endearing.
I will say,
an endearing character.
The internet in general doesn't seem to find Dylvan that endearing. This video got a lot of flack and pushback.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There were a lot of women on TikTok saying just like this is horribly offensive, and you know, it's
singing
like
about herself. You know,
it's women being women. Okay, women.
And women do be shopping.
That's so shocking because one thing I know about women is they always get along all the time.
Yeah.
Women getting angry at other women? No, never.
Women complaining about things? Yeah, no, that never happens.
Who's left? Amazel, who's your best of the worst?
I'm glad that you remembered. If we're going just based on like who is the best person, I would definitely say Dylan Mulvaney, just because they haven't all the stuff that's like happened to them since we last saw them. None of it's really self-inflicted. Like she's obviously she kind of did take the Bud Light deal, but it's not like she was responsible for. Well, okay, she is responsible for this fucking music video. I will say that, but you know what? That's just Dylan being Dylan. Okay.
Yeah. So 3 homos and a pussy. Dylan Mulvaney fan channel. We're all her biggest fans.
Dylan did nothing wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
though you know, James Somerton, he's very brave and stunning.
Potentially pathologic liar.
And he's neurodivergent. I think we need to keep that in mind.
And gay.
And yeah. So
probably
I think once
non-binary very soon.
Yeah, and once you add up all those things, like I guess he's gonna be Sam Brinton pretty soon. Yeah, I think that about wraps it up.
All right.
Good to see you all. I enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed it too.
Join us next time. Maybe we'll find more people.
Maybe we'll find new content.
Oh, I hope so.
All right, bye everybody.
All right, bye, Danimal.
Bye, everybody.